Hi people, welcome once again to a new video. This time it'll be pretty quick. I just saw Joker 2 and I'd like to talk about a specific aspect of it. Without further ado, let's get into it. This film has been criticized for a lot of things. For it being a musical, for its slow pacing and lack of action. However, I like to focus on a different thing. An element that I found quite interesting, Joker characterization. I like to start by pondering the question. Did Arthur Base's character change between movies? Between Joker 1 and Joker 2? Well, I understand that our protagonist's evolution felt kind of jarring to a lot of people. At the end of Joker 1, we see an unhinged Arthur who has become the Joker we all know and are familiarized with. Meanwhile, in Joker 2, that image is completely broken. But that is why that image wasn't even there in the first place. I know, it seems weird, but I'll clarify everything in the next slides. Arthur's character is quite complex. He suffered abuse during his childhood, faces discrimination in his daily life as a mentally ill person. He often experiences delusions, especially romantic ones, like with Sophie. He's a very lowly person, which otherwise desires admiration and recognition in society. Now, the turning points that start everything are the subway homicides. In the aftermath of this event, it happened what I would like to call an introjection. Introjection is a psychological term that refers to a defense mechanism that involves adoption of other people's personality traits that we find attractive or useful. In the case of Arthur, he adopted traits of a fictional character built upon the social impact of what happened in the subway. The Joker, a much more confident, ruthless, and sadistic character than he really is. Arthur liked to act this way to like all the masses that worshipped the Joker. But he was just acting. He wasn't really like that, and I'll explain why. First of all, Arthur can feel empathy. He spared the life of Gary, and we can watch in Joker 1 that he genuinely cared about him. Is in his own way, but he did care. Also, we can see that Arthur only killed those that he finds, in his own words, awful, and especially if he's stressed or angry. If you know about the Joker character in the comics, you'll know that these actions don't suit him at all. Arthur and Joker are two different characters. One is his real self, and the other a mere invention. Now, all of this was only about Joker 1. Let's talk about Joker 2. In this movie, Arthur's facade as the Joker breaks. Why? Well, his attitude started wavering when Gary was at the trial. When Gary started talking about how frightened he was because of the Joker, Arthur started acting angry, like something pissed him off, instead of just laughing at Gary. This is because Gary pulled a nerve. Arthur realized that he hurt probably the only person that could be considered his friend. Arthur is a desperate man who got the recognition that he always wanted, yet ultimately realized that this admiration was built on a ruthless fantasy that misaligned with his views. His persona inspired people even worse than he is, a fact that eventually caused his downfall. If you watch the ending of Joker 2, you'll understand why I say this. And that was all, folks. I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a good one!